Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2015 Western action horror film Bone Tomahawk. A film that until last night I hadn't seen. Don't ask me why. I think if I'd have been doing the channel at the time of its release I would certainly have reviewed it. I know it's got glowing reviews from everything I've ever seen. Just never got around to seeing it. And I'm not really sure why. I do remember watching a trailer at the time when it came out. And there's a scene in that trailer that kind of put me off watching it. Because I'm a big fan of Kurt Russell, and there's something in the trailer that you see happen to Kurt Russell that kind of... I'm not sure I wanted to watch in the movie. That's the only rational explanation I can give you as to why I never watched this movie. And after watching it, I have to say... what a fantastic movie this is. This is from the director that brought us Brawl in Cell Block 99 last year, that I absolutely loved. And this was his directorial debut. And I have to say, it was just wonderful. A wonderful, wonderful movie, this. If you're a fan of westerns and you're a fan of horror as well, this is a dream come true. And this film focuses on, there is a small frontier town, western town, where the sheriff is Kurt Russell. Richard Jenkins is his deputy, backup deputy, and Matthew Fox is the armed gentleman of the town, who's a bit of a rogue, gunslinger guy. And a drifter rolls into town, who we see earlier is not a very nice man. And he kind of desecrates this burial ground for this Indian tribe, this cannibalistic tribe. And he drifts into Kurt Russell's town. Kurt Russell's onto him straight away, shoots him in the leg, and Patrick Wilson's wife, who's a surgeon, doctor, while removing the bullet from his leg, David Arquette's leg, the drifter, overnight these tribe of cannibalistic Indians come into the town and abduct David Arquette, Patrick Wilson's wife, the doctor surgeon, and the deputy, Nick. They're all missing. The morning after, Kurt Russell puts together a little posse, including Patrick Wilson, Matthew Fox, Richard Jenkins and himself. And armed with the knowledge of where this tribe is, and also armed with the knowledge that they're likely not to survive by the local historian, they head off on a 5-day journey to try and get these guys back who have been abducted by this cannibalistic Indian tribe. Now the twist here is Patrick Wilson is lame basically. He fell off a roof, he's got a seriously damaged leg, he can barely ride a horse, he can barely walk, and he's kind of not much use to anybody, but Kurt Russell can't refuse him going because it's his wife that's been abducted. And that is the general gist of this story. It's this posse going after their friends and family. Great film. Absolutely loved this film. The western parts of the film are brilliant. The whole lead up, the trail leading to this tribe is brilliant too. The dialogue, the conversations that they have, it's so well written and so well acted by everybody. Everybody fully commits. Every single character has his own space to work with, his own character to develop and work with. Patrick Wilson, like I say, he's the cripple. He's the guy with the damaged leg, he's got his own issues. Richard Jenkins is a guy with no filter, just says what he wants to say, but he's really charming with it and likeable. Kurt Russell plays these roles to perfection. He did it in Tombstone, in Hateful Eight. He plays the hard man, sheriff, lawman to perfection, and you absolutely believe that he could take you out when he wanted. He plays it wonderfully well, but with an air of vulnerability as well. And Matthew Fox plays the charming gunslinger absolutely superbly too. I thought we were going to go in a different direction with Matthew Fox's character. I thought all his boasts and everything were actually going to lead out to him being something else, or maybe being like a cowardly character. But it didn't turn out the way I expected. the movie didn't really it kind of turned out the way I expected, but when it actually gets to the meat and bones of this movie at the end, when they discover this tribe, it is amazing because it's taken the time to develop these characters and for you to get to know them and like them and enjoy their company. When it happens at the end, what happens, it is just awesome, jaw-dropping. You feel terrified for the characters, you really are concerned. It's brutal in a way I didn't expect. I genuinely didn't expect it to be as brutal as it was, and it is full on brutality, and it is hard to watch, but you absolutely are rooting for all these characters because it has taken the time to develop it all. I'm absolutely delighted with this movie. I love it. I'm ordering to buy it immediately. I enjoyed it that much. Probably just after one viewing, I would be considering this putting in my top 10 Western movies if I ever do a top 10 Western movies. I enjoyed it that much. Wonderfully made, almost Quentin like dialogue throughout. Interesting dialogue that draws you in and, like saying, it gets you to know these characters even better. This guy's got a real talent for writing and directing. Can't wait for his next movie, and for me, absolutely fantastic movie. Delivers on everything it wants to. If you're a fan, like I say, if you're a fan of westerns and you're a fan of horror movies, this has to be at the top of your list if you've never seen it. And there must be people out there that have never seen it, because until last night I was one of them. So for me, guys, this is a strong recommendation. 9 out of 10, not to be missed. Bone Tomahawk.